When you describe a lady as a land,
No, but-
is that objectivizing her or not?
No, it's not in this context though.
However you wish, and put forth for yourselves. Do you see the wish of the woman taken into account here?
I'm talking about Old Testament, New Testament in the Bible.
I know, my dear friend, you don't know the Bible. You don't even know the Quran. And even in the way you both conducted earlier, I respect you both. Marvelous examples of how not to be a good Muslim. But can
Pick up your voice.
Here is where we're going from one detail to another. Let's stay focused. So you are saying the woman can divorce the man.
They're allowed to divorce each other in that situation.
Sure. But let's just discuss. Just focus on that.
And also, if he's committed adultery, he can also get worse than beaten. His hands can get chopped off and all that kind of stuff, like via Sharia law, whatever. If whatever country follows that, broad Muslim countries, that would happen.
Sure.
Or if they wanted to get divorced, not do the whole cutting hands thing, in Muslim countries, then you just divorce each other.
Sure.
Because you wouldn't want to stay with a cheater or an adulterer. And then when she gets divorced, she would take her mahar. Her mahar is her gold, her money. That would be to help her find her feet.
You made 2 points now.
Yeah.
Let's discuss both.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly ask. So your first point was about divorce. You said, hey, he could divorce. She could divorce. I said he can beat, and to which you said he can divorce. She can divorce.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. The man can do triple talaq to the lady.
Yeah.
Can the woman do triple talaq to the man?
She would have to have it in stages. I think it's over a course of 3 months. She would be able to do talaq.
In other words, she is a sex slave. Even a slave.
But to be a sex slave, you're forced to have sex. You can't force your wife. You can't force her to have. If she says no, you can't
force?
No.
You're not allowed to
Let's
your wife to have sex with you.
Where do you see that? Where do you see the idea that you can't force?
You're not allowed to force your wife. That's actually
Where do you see that
forbidden
idea?
to force your wife.
Where?
You're forbidden.
Where?
Well,
It's in there.
we're not.
I'll show you where.
Just so you know, we're not scholars, so we don't know exactly what surah and what ayah.
I'll read a surah for you. Surah 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah 2, Ayah 2 to 3, which is what I used earlier to call the sex object here. Surah 2, Ayah 2 to 3. Your wives are a place of cultivation, a land for cultivation, sowing of seed. So for you, so it's speaking to the men, yeah? It's the you here are men. So come to your place of cultivation, however you wish, and put forth for yourselves. Do you see the wish of the woman taken into account here?
That's literally one sentence. And how does that mean that someone's a sex slave?
And also, who's the author of this? Who's the author of this translation?
Surah, this is Sahih International, from Sahih International. It's one of the most popular.
It doesn't matter who's translated it.
translations.
Obviously, translations vary, but
I can take the Arabic. Do you read Arabic?
How from that?
I can take the Arabic if you
How
like.
from that did you get someone's a sex slave? Because
So,
that's one line
Sex object.
taken.
This is a sex object.
How did you get that from that though?
I'll
that
demonstrate.
might be a misunderstanding of your English, darling.
I'll demonstrate.
That doesn't mean sex slave.
I'll demonstrate. Sex object. This
Doesn't
one,
mean sex object.
this one means sex object.
Yeah, but
I'll
then-
demonstrate.
but then-
To have a child with someone would have to be married. You don't just have a child with anyone or go have sex with anyone, because we don't allow multiple, I wouldn't just have sex with a random person. It would have to be someone I'm married to.
1 second,
So that's
please.
wrong. The
Let-
way you're interpreting that is you're
Sure.
choosing to interpret it in your way.
Let's read this.
It's really wrong.
But let's read. Don't just repeat the assertion.
No, I'm just saying.
But let's read.
Maybe you're not understanding.
Sure, but if we read, we'll find out. Your wives are a place of cultivation. So it's already beginning in a wrong note. It's saying to the man, your wives are like a land. That's how it's beginning. It's objectivizing already. And then it goes on, for you. It's making them a possession. It's first of all an object, a land, and then it's possessed by the man, for you. And it goes on. So come to your place of cultivation. So it's now talking about the man doing some stuff. You come to your place of cultivation, you go to your land, however you wish. So it's saying, hey look, man, your wish matters. So however you wish, come in.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what people do with a sex object. It's an object that you own, to which you can do stuff, or using which you can do stuff. But only your will matters. The object does not have a will. That's the very definition of a sex object. And it goes on. So, however you wish, and put forth for yourselves, and fear Allah, and know that you will meet Him. That's what it says. That's the very definition of a sex object. If you see anything contrary, or anything which respects the lady here as anything more than a sex object, please tell me what it is here.
Using that logic, that's like saying your husband is just a bank because he has to provide for you. That's like him. He's an object. He's only for money. Because it says
this is dealing with an entire area of physical intimacy.
Okay, but
if you said your husband provides, maybe somewhere else it could say your husband also loves.
So this
You
is
see what I'm
we're
saying?
trying to say.
But
that
here
that's
it's
that sentence, and not
but
like
yeah, but there's another area that
say.
Where
yeah,
does
but
it say anything?
we're not scholars. We're not going to know everywhere.
okay,
You just randomly approached us, so we're not obviously prepared for
So
anything.
you're not scholars, that's fine.
Yeah.
I completely understand. But do you at least now agree? Earlier you said that's my
I
interpretation.
don't agree with
No.
Please listen.
Because
Please, I haven't
no,
asked the
this
question.
is because
I haven't asked the question.
That's not
Please listen.
right.
But please stay focused.
You've come here to manipulate words.
I haven't.
You've read
But I didn't
one
ask.
section.
I didn't ask.
That's really
I didn't ask the
weird.
question yet.
That's really
Okay,
weird.
okay, now what's the
It's
question?
like
What's the
saying
question?
In Christians, women are also sex slaves, just because it would also say
You won't find
a
anything
man
like this
has
in the
to lay
Bible.
with his wife.
My dear friend, please.
Or
what,
even-
you won't
even
have
say
anything like
that
this in the
Do you
Bible.
see-
Wait,
do you
hold
see-
on. Not anything like this in the Bible.
Please listen. And here is where you need to listen. It's
In the Bible, literally it says
Do you know what? This is good
when
for
you
your channel, though, clickbait. I like it.
no when
But
in the
could I
Bible.
speak
Get
right
money
now?
from your channel.
But could I speak right
No,
now?
you can. I'm letting
You're
you.
really
let you
using
speak.
tactics right now.
I
Could I
know.
speak right
Okay,
now?
in the Bible.
Could I speak right now?
You can.
Let me speak
wait a
right now.
second.
Earlier, 2 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago, you said that's my interpretation.
That is, 'cause
In
that's
this
not-
ayat,
that's got
let me. I
nothing
haven't
to do
finished.
with sex
I haven't
slaves.
finished.
Okay, finish. Let me
haven't
finish. Let me
finished.
finish. Let me finish.
Carry on.
What's
I
weird?
want to see your next point.
What's
It's
weird?
interesting.
What's weird is that you're not letting me speak right now. That's weird.
So speak.
So, yeah, I'm speaking.
Because we let you. All you can talk about is cultivation.
Sure.
cultivation.
A land,
You said the whole thing,
a
so
land,
let's make your point about
treating
sex
something
objects.
as a land that you own, to which you do things only at your will. If that is not a sex object, what is it?
So when it says the man is there to protect and provide, if that's not
Stay focused
no,
on
okay,
this,
listen.
this ayat first.
But no,
I want to focus on. Did I misrepresent this ayat?
When it
But-
says
but
cultivation and sowing of seed, that's not like a literal thing of, oh, treat her like a land. It doesn't say treat her like land,
So-
own her like land. It's not
I'll clarify.
saying that.
Let me ask you.
That's just a way of speaking back then. That's how they speak. Very
Sure.
poetic and sow the seed.
So treat-
and do your deeds and all this.
Take-
and that.
take-
That's how they speak in the Bible. the
Please,
Quran,
please help me here.
and the Torah and everything. That's just how it is.
But please help
That
me
doesn't
understand.
mean treat her like a land. Have you ever cultivated me like a land?
no.
No, he is a bad Muslim. He is treating you well. He is a bad Muslim. No, this is true. If he is treating you well, he is a bad Muslim. That's why I'm focused on the Quran right now. I'm focused on Islam. I'm not accusing you.
No, no.
Even in the way you let your wife speak, and even in the way you both conducted earlier, conducted yourself in relation to the other gentleman, I respect you both. Marvelous examples of how not to be a good Muslim. And here is, and are you from Bangladesh?
Yeah.
You are. Bengalis, I don't know if you're familiar with this. Bangladesh, even today on paper, is not an Islamic country, is it? Secular country, it's meant to be.
Well,
On paper. Not
it's
today.
It's meant to be
Yeah.
secular. It's meant to be
I think
secular.
it used
Yeah,
to be
but-
majority Hindu.
Yeah,
And then
Bengal
now it's
has a
majority
long
Muslim.
history, and this is why I really appreciate Bangladeshis. Many times they think I am Bengali, and vice versa. I think they are Tamils and so on. But it's really good to meet you both.
You don't look
The-
Bengali.
some other people.
You
But
do look Indian though.
sure. But now coming back to this, you earlier said I have misrepresented this ayat, misunderstood this ayat. I gave you 3 specific points. One, it describes the lady as land, number 1. Number 2, which is an object. A land is an object.
Yeah.
Number 2, it attributes ownership because it says land for you. So an object
Okay, let me answer
that is
this.
owned by the man. So object ownership, and then it goes on describing physical intimacy, but only taking into account the man's wish. The woman's wish is not here at all. So an object that you own, that you use at your own will alone, is the very definition of a sex object. In this case, of an object that you use for physical, whatever, pleasure, whatever. That's the definition of a sex object.
Okay, saying for you to use, obviously it's talking about the husband. The woman is not there for everyone, it's just for the husband. Calling them land for to be sold, like she said, they used to talk in a poetic term.
Yeah.
So
Is the
when
woman's-
when they're translating, obviously, it's like when you say, I caught you red-handed. If you translate to another language, it doesn't make sense. Whereas in the Arabic language,
I'm talking about the underlying meaning. I'm not talking about the wording.
I'm saying, yeah, but is the wording though?
The underlying meaning.
No, it's
is
not the
your-
underlying.
When
It's
you
the-
describe
okay,
a
when you say-
lady as a land,
No, but-
is that objectivizing her or not?
No, it's not in this context. So what
So tell me, if
what
you-
I'm trying to say is when, like for example, when I'm saying if you're caught red-handed, in my language, that if I translate to my language, Bangladesh, that won't make sense. If I told someone you got caught with red hands in Bangladesh, to another Bangladeshi person, they're like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make sense.
I understand.
But
Idioms,
in Arabic,
idioms,
yeah.
similes, also metaphors. You can use.
Yeah.
But that's not my point here right now.
But
As a
that is the
metaphor,
point.
one second. As a metaphor, if you treat a lady or describe a lady only as a land, is that objectivizing her or not?
You're saying only as a land, this sentence.
Sentence.
So there's no other sentence in this entire Quran.
I'm first focused on this sentence because your wife accused me of misrepresenting this ayat.
But-
To all the points in Islam that talks about intimacy.
Sure.
If you talk about one, it's
But
not gonna
at the
make
least we can
sense.
agree, this ayat
No.
I am
don't.
accurately
No,
describing.
No.
Is there any other ayat anywhere which actually gives something
I don't even know how you
reverse
came up
for
with
the
There's
women?
there's an entire ayah for
I
women.
think you came
Where?
up with
Entire
a
surah, you
lot of
mean?
Yeah.
hatred.
Which
yeah.
one?
I don't, like I said, we're not scholars, so I don't really know exactly which one it is.
Is there an entire surah for women?
There is a entire surah.
Yeah, sure.
I think I think.
Are you sure about this?
I think this has come out. The way you've interpreted that has come out because of your hatred.
No.
Maybe you
It's
hate
because of my
Islam.
intelligence. I have read through because of my knowledge.
What's your book? What
Now,
book
please,
do you
I'll
follow?
ask you this.
What book do you follow?
I am a Christian. Now, let me ask you this. Is there an entire surah for women?
About women, yeah.
About women,
Let
an
me
entire
get it on my
surah.
phone, 'cause I'm not a
And
scholar,
I
so
can give you
need
the
to
answer.
check.
You don't even have to. I can give you the answer.
I'll need to check.
It's Surah 4, An-Nisa. An-Nisa is the surah you might have in mind. You might. You can check that.
Yeah, you said that surah.
An-Nisa. Surah 4,
The woman.
Yeah.
Which means the woman. Yeah.
the women. That name means the woman or women
It's
in plural or
about
singular. I can't-
justice and rights. Again, I'm not a scholar, so I have to pull it up on my
Don't
phone.
worry, I can tell you what it is about. I can tell you if you
Well,
like.
no, I'm not. I'm
I
not
can
going
tell
to
you
listen
what
to
this
your.
is like.
I'm not going to listen to
Can I
your.
tell you what the surah is about?
Marriage and family.
Can I tell you what the surah is about?
I've just told you.
I know, but you said you don't know. I'm going to tell you. I know. I've read through the Quran. I'm writing multiple books on the
Yeah,
Quran.
but-
So I can tell you. I can tell you.
in one line. You've
One
misrepresented it. So how
One
would I
second.
listen to you?
Once, please, my dear friend.
Also, you're a
Surah
Christian.
An-Nisa. Surah An-Nisa. Clearly, the name. I can't remember if it is singular woman or plural women. I think it's a plural women.
Right.
Surah An-Nisa has the word which means the women, but it is not for the women. As a matter of fact, the bulk of that surah is about how to get rid of munafiqs. Nothing to do with women, but about how to get rid of munafiqs during a hijrah. That's what the chapter is about. It deceptively gives the title women because there are some portions of it which deals with women, whatever, some details of women and so on. But if you want, and there is another surah, by the way, which is related to the topic we're talking about. You know what that topic surah is? At-Talaq. It's about the man very easily getting rid of the woman. Do you know? Not divorce. Getting rid of. No, my dear friend, you are in the UK. In the UK, divorce is a complex process.
Yes, yeah.
Complex process for the ones who go with the UK law.
Yeah.
Because the UK law is based on Christian values. But the Quranic law, in the Quran, divorce, what the man does to the woman is simple. Triple talaq is very simple. It's not a complex process.
It's quite a 3-month process, I think.
A 3 month to divorce? You call that divorce?
It would be a 3-month process because
3 months is not long at all. So how does it begin?
It's not long. I think initially when you do your talaq, there will be witnesses around. You have a discussion of why you want to divorce.
Yeah.
What's happened? Is there any way of fixing it? Are there children involved? You know, finances and stuff like that. And then I think at the second month, third month, it happens as well. And mainly, I think it's also a scientific.
Do you know what the 3 months is for?
There's also, yes, I'll just get to that. There's a scientific reason as well. I think for the women especially, you know, stuff like there's diseases like STDs and spreading of that kind of stuff. If within 3 months a woman, even scientifically, has had different semen inside her, more than one type of semen, she's more likely to get an STD or disease. So that 3-month gap or wait of the talaq, because you wouldn't have sex in those 3 months either, it means that afterwards, if she wants to get remarried again, because women can remarry, then she's free to do so without there being diseases.
My dear friend, you're seriously misrepresenting the Quran. Maybe you haven't read the Quran, or maybe you know and yet deliberately misrepresenting. I'll tell you, because you've started on the topic, which is about talaq. You said it's a long process. It's a long process. No, the 3 months is the waiting period that follows the triple talaq.
Yeah.
The triple talaq is what releases the lady from the man. The 3 months is the period of waiting, and I'll tell you what the period of waiting is for. The period of waiting is to find out if the lady has a child through the man. If the lady has a child through the man, nothing about semen, whatever. It is about having a child, actual fertilized zygote, which is developing as a
that
child,
as well,
and
to make
that
sure
is
that
the
you
only.
don't get-
Only that is referred to in the Quran. Anything else you're coming up with is
I know
not there in the
I know
Quran.
about diseases as well.
They're not in the Quran. Where do you see that in the
No,
Quran?
she's just saying that as scientific wise.
No, but that's not. I completely understand. Like you said earlier that your husband treats you well, which means he's a good Muslim. When you talk about science, that's marvelous. That's science, but that is not in the Quran. The Quran doesn't have any noble presentation of anything. All that it cares about is whether there is a child. That's all it cares about. And so I'll let you speak once. Ultimately, if a man wants, I don't think our gentleman here would do that to you. He comes across as a marvelous man, and this is why I'd like you to leave Islam and become a Christian, and you also together. But don't tell anyone else. Especially in Bangladesh, don't tell anyone else. No, I can give you.
Convinced us in any.
I know, but when you go home,
Can I ask you one thing then?
when you go home, you will know. Yeah, no, when you go home, you will know the tactics you used today.
don't even
Please.
Listen, can I ask?
One thing you said today.
why
that
can't he
makes
touch this?
any point.
But why can't he touch
No,
this?
can I ask you one thing?
Why can't he touch this?
But listen,
Why would I take that off you?
Nah, him.
okay, listen,
Why
can,
can't he touch this?
can I ask you one thing?
Yeah, sure.
If you want me to become Christian,
Yeah.
so do I become Orthodox? Do I become the other? What's the other sex? Orthodox.
There's so many.
The other sex. There's about 66 Bibles as well.
Methodist.
Yeah. So which one do I follow?
There's no 66 Bibles. You're getting it wrong.
So how many Bibles do you have?
One Bible.
Do I go to
No,
Church
but
of
then-
England? Do I go to Church of the
Yeah.
Catholic one? What church?
How
do
you
I
have
go?
Shia, Sunni,
How would I know?
Boras, Khojas,
But
that same thing.
no,
is
no.
there.
One second.
No, but
my
there's
dear
one
friend.
Quran though.
We also got one Bible.
My dear friend.
Yeah,
my dear,
no.
my dear.
New Testament,
You know
Old
what?
Testament,
One
and
second.
Jewish.
One
Jewish.
second, sister.
That, no,
One
that's the
second.
first I've
One
heard
second.
that in
One
my
second.
life.
My dear.
Never heard
Torah
that
is
before.
Jewish.
I
Not
know.
the Torah. I'm talking about Old Testament, New Testament in the Bible.
I know, my dear friend. You don't know the Bible. You don't even know the Quran.
Not really.
And that's why you're good
You're-
Muslims.
That's
That's why you're
no,
good
no.
people.
You literally
Terrible
So,
just
Muslims.
no, no,
wanted
so
to-
what-
But please, the
what-
gentleman asked. Let me respond.
Okay,
please.
what-
You
what-
didn't know. Let me respond.
What Christian are you?
I'll respond. And both of you are lovely.
Yeah.
He asked a question. I'm going to respond. And you have revealed that you don't know about the Bible when you said the Torah, not the Old
I
Testament.
didn't say the Torah. She said the Torah.
Yeah, now when she-
Torah is about the
But
Jewish.
please listen.
You're making things up.
But please listen.
No, I
When
didn't
she
mention
said the Torah,
she did.
when she said, where she mentioned something about the Torah, you said, I'm not talking about the Torah, I'm
wasn't
talking
talking
about the Old Testament.
I'm talking about
As
the
if,
Bible.
Yeah, the Torah is part of the Bible, which you didn't know. This is why you need to
The
know.
Torah part of the Bible?
Yes.
You're learning right
There's
now.
3 different books, but they're not. I don't
According to
think
the
they're
delusion of
together.
Islam.
Five.
So are
According to
you
the delusion.
Jewish and Christian at the same time?
I can't
Because
believe
you're
this.
a son.
Do
No,
you
I'm
know?
genuinely
do-
asking.
you know? Have you heard of this name called Apostle Paul? Have you heard Apostle Paul? Paul.
Yeah.
You know, he's Jewish and Christian, wasn't he?
Okay.
I did
I
know
don't
So
know.
this is why, you know, as
about it.
Muslims, may I please comment you? This is why you need to take my card.
I
You don't know your
I don't
Quran.
thank you.
You really don't even know your Quran properly.
You still didn't show me where someone's a sex object in Islam. You still didn't show me.
Sure,
that.
don't worry. You know, the conversation is recorded. Anyone who watches that would know where I have shown. And the fact of you using
haven't-
tactics after that.
No, I'm not using tactics.
Now, you
haven't
asked me a
convinced
question
me.
earlier, my
You
dear
said
friend.
You've convinced me.
Islam
You haven't
is
shown me
terrible.
where you've convinced me.
One second. Islam is terrible.
Astaghfirullah, I can't believe you're
No,
saying
no,
that.
don't,
That's
please don't.
insane.
Islam is
Astaghfirullah.
terrible in that, in the Quran, please take this as a homework. When you go home, take this as a homework.
We have them at home.
Sure,
The
sure, but you
Arabic
haven't
ones,
read but you
no,
don't know
no.
Arabic.
But just that's like saying, oh, you don't know Arabic because the Bible's in Arabic as well.
No,
They
why
have
did,
in Arabic.
why did you,
So why
why
would
did you,
you know that? Why would we
why
know
did
that
you mention
language
about
as
having
well?
an Arabic Quran? That's useless.
No,
Yeah,
no,
if you
no.
don't know Arabic.
But there's actual translations that are like the proper ones. I don't know, cultivation, all these words. It's like,
Can I show you the Arabic?
yeah, you can show me the Arabic.
Should I show?
Yeah.
Please come. You could have asked this earlier. I could have done that, straight away.
Also, can you show me other points? Because you still haven't shown me where someone's
No,
a sex
please don't
object.
panic right now. We need to, let's look at this
No one's
carefully.
panicking. You haven't shown. You haven't made your point.
You're no.
You have
I'm
to make your point.
making. I have
You've been
made
here
my.
for an hour. You haven't made your point. Make
I
your
made my point multiple times. I'm going to
haven't
show you
made
the
your
Arabic
point.
right now. I'm going to show you the Arabic right now. Your women.
Your
Sorry.
mic's in the way.
Yes, sorry. That's the Arabic. Can you read Arabic?
Yeah, no. We can read Arabic, but the translation is what we
Okay.
understand.
I'll show you word for word. So you can. I'll show you word for word. Yeah. That's.
So where does that say sex object?
Okay. Did I say it says sex object? Did I say
You,
that?
yeah,
You
but
said it implies
you've
it.
been saying,
exactly. No, but-
You've been saying that in Islam, tell us where a woman isn't a sex object. That's your whole question today. You still haven't shown me where a woman is a sex object. You've literally failed your point. I'm really cold for an hour. You haven't made your point.
I know this is your latest tactic, but let me tell you something,
That's
please.
not a tactic. Stop trying to
You
act
said-
like you're playing mind games. You
No,
haven't made
my
your
dear
point.
friend,
It's cold. They even
you
switched
asked
the
me-
lights on.
No, I'm
She
sorry.
got a light in her hand. There's 3 lights. It went from.
But you said you asked
One
me.
from sunrise to sunset. Make your point,
Is-
man.
she's
I'm
playing
cold.
tricks, isn't she?
I'm not playing tricks.
You
Make
you
your
are.
point.
She asked me, where did where I didn't show her where it says sex object, and your husband has responded to you. I didn't say. I said it implies. That's
But
what I
it
said.
doesn't imply it.
Land. I'll make 3 points. I'll repeat.
Need a cup of tea.
Objectifying the woman, caricaturing her as a land, making her belonging, that a land that is owned by the man,
Yes, the
object
word
owned,
cultivation has absolutely
used
some-
only for the according to the will of the man. 3 specific points. These are what implies.
From
Now,
one word, he
to
got
you-
3 specific points. The word, don't tell me to shush
not
like that.
sorry. What?
Don't tell me to shush like that. That's rude.
Don't say. What?
You just said shush. Don't tell me to shush like that. That's
No,
rude.
no. You have been extremely rude by
No,
employing
no.
tactics, my
you
dear friend.
haven't made your
No,
point.
I'm not
You've
trying to
been
be
here
rude
for
to
an
you.
hour.
I maybe misunderstood me. All that I'm
waiting
saying.
for the point. I'm waiting. Get
Sure,
to
sure.
it.
When you
Cultivation. Okay, you said it 10 times.
our channel is called Operation Steven. When you watch the video, you will find out. The point that I made. If you rewatch, if you still don't find, rewatch please, and you will ultimately find the
Operation
point.
Steven.
Operation Steven. This is what I wanted to give you the card,
Okay, so
because
I
that's.
don't want your card though.
No, I am a
I'll
Christian.
remember from my mind. Don't worry. I'll remember from my mind. We
Sure,
watch
sure.
a lot of the stuff that goes on around here.
Okay. Now, to you, my point is this: you come across, and what you've described, your wife has testified that you treat her well, marvelous. But I want you to understand that is not according to the Quran. And I challenge you. You can go through all of the Quran and try and find out one place where the Quran puts the man and the woman on equal footing. Equal is the key word. There are a few places where it puts them together in an ayat, but I want equal footing.
But
You won't find any. Let me
But
finish
no-
my point and then please respond. You will not find anything like that at all. And therefore, when you respect your lady in the way you respect, which is marvelous, you're not being a good Muslim.
Okay.
You are a good human being, and you would qualify to be a good Christian, because it is Jesus who teaches those values.
Jesus who
not
also
the
said,
Quran.
take sex slaves.
Where did Jesus say take
Jesus
sex
literally said, when you go to war, you literally take the woman for yourself. And if they're
sex slave?
yeah,
Sex
it
slaves?
literally says if they're not married, if they're virgins, you take them as sex slaves. And if they're yours, you kill
Show me
them.
one place where Jesus said take sex slaves. One place.
Like I said, I'm not a scholar, but you
Well,
approached
no,
me
well,
randomly.
I know.
And
I know.
but
No, choose one thing.
I've
I know
literally-
one thing. Let's say we are lovely friends. One thing, little game. You are saying Jesus said take sex slaves. Do you know if he said? In which case, give me evidence. Or are you saying you don't know and you're just making this up? Which
No,
one?
he definitely
Choose.
said he said it. Next time I come, I'll bring my source.
Please bring. I challenge you.
Okay,
you're
that's
strong.
fine. Next time I come. But anyway,
Sure.
come back to your
But
point.
don't not come just because you haven't found. You won't
No,
find.
no, it's fine.
But
I'll-
please still come.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, the point that you that they're not equal, even biologically, men and women are not equal. Like for example, that's like saying, it says men have to provide and protect. So why does it not say women have to do it? Why should you not
You're
provide? and protect them?
misunderstanding two different things.
How?
There's some
Equal.
points where
One second.
the women
Let me. I'll
have
respond.
a higher status, or might be, like you said, sometimes they're equal, sometimes the man is higher, sometimes the woman is higher.
Let me respond
sometimes
right
the
now.
woman is low, sometimes the man is low. It's just
Sure,
a way
sure.
of-
But
that's
let me
how life is
respond
in
right
general.
now.
That's
Let me
how life
respond.
is.
No, that's not how life
That's
works.
like saying in equality, why can't a man give birth to them? Because the bodies aren't equal. It's not the same. There's so many things that are different. There are male duties and there are female duties.
Lovely.
That's just
Now
how
let me
it is.
respond. I am using the word equal, not same or identical. You, for example, as between you, between you both, one being a man, husband and a wife, you both are unequal. Are not the same. You are clearly different in many ways. Completely understood. But in the court of law in the UK, you both will have the same set of rights, the same value.
No,
and
in the-
that is
in
what
court of law, you
defines.
don't have the same rights.
Say again.
In the court of law, if there's a divorce, the woman always takes a child. So how's that the same?
No, that's not the case.
No,
that's
but-
really not the case. No, let's
is.
be serious.
In
Let's
the court
be
of
serious.
law,
You're
you
playing-
also have different
No, you're
rights.
beginning to play a tactic. Please don't. You're smiling also a little bit. Please don't.
Am I
Listen
wrong?
to me carefully. You are wrong. In the UK, you will be both treated on equal footing when it comes to your core value. Doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, the same core value. And this is why, regardless of your sex, you will have the same set of rights, the same intrinsic value. You get one vote, she'll get one vote, as long as, of course, you clear the age limit and so on.
It really depends on the male or female's finances. I mean, that's one of the main things.
No, but this is important. Whereas in the Quran, you don't even get that. The Quran, I completely understand when it treats the man and the woman differently. I completely understand. But the man and the woman are not equal. That is my problem. And that is the Quran. The woman is the sex object, not the man.
Making your point about sex slaves. What happened to that point?
If you rewatch multiple times, you'll get to know. Because you're playing a tactic right now. I know your husband would know. He understood. But thank you very much. Lovely seeing you.
Your point to now talking about inequality. You know you didn't make the first point.
Sure.
So now you're just trying to make it different.
Lovely. That's a nice tactic.
It's not a
I enjoy that tactic. But
to avoid yourself answering the question.
Sure. No problem. Thank you
We
very much.
literally came here to discuss something with you. We've
No
learned
problem.
nothing from you.
Sure. Thank you. Surah 2, Ayah 2 to 3. Watch the video over and over again.
Please
You
watch
will
it,
learn
guys.
something. But
You
lovely
learned
to
that
see you both.
You never made a point.
Thank you. It's lovely to see you both. God's blessings. But please, when you try and see if Jesus said that or not, when you don't find that, understand the Jesus is there, the Quran is here. And I'd like you to leave Islam
Astaghfirullah.
and come to Jesus. Lovely to see you.
Astaghfirullah.
God's
We
blessings.
believe in Jesus.
Lovely to see you.
So he's
God's
not a
blessings.
prophet.
Say again.
Is this yours?
No.
You're being a good sport.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're good.
Marvelous people. On the discussion, you played a little bit of tricks here and there. But you're marvelous people. You don't want to shake my hand?
Quran is on the ground, but I'm not going to shake
Quran doesn't have value. But based on that, that's fine. That's up to you. But I still treat you as my friend. If anything happens, if you face any threat, I will come and defend you. Because you are precious to me as a human being. You are precious, and so is your wife. So together, I'll come and defend. My wife is around, and I'm sure she'll want to be your friend. So God's blessings to you both. Time to leave Islam. Come to Jesus. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, next time. Thank you. My dear friends who are watching, what's the time right now? Well, the time is to leave Islam, come to Jesus Christ. That's what the time is. Every time, all the time, every day of the week, every day of the month.
Even Quran says.
It's time to leave Islam and come to the precious Lord Jesus Christ. Why?
Why?
Islam is anti-women. Islam is Nazi, fascist, anti-Jew, anti-Christian, anti-reason, anti-truth, brainwashing, sex slavery cult. Never a good idea to remain in such a, this is perhaps the worst possible cult the world could have ever seen. Time to leave Islam and come to the Lord Jesus Christ. To you also, sir.
I came recently.
Yeah. You are a Christian?
Now.
You are?
Now.
Oh, praise God. That's lovely.
Yeah, well done.